And that's the work that
It's,
Dave was really talking to us
Yeah.
about back in November with the
Yeah.
levee improvement.
some of the work they did, and some of our engineering, and some of Photomo engineering, and just even things like buying grass seed, whatever they had to do on the dikes from probably September until now.
Yeah, yep, okay.
So there's one last chunk of money to draw down this year yet to cover that.
And our water utility, just so I understand that we've got $350,000 in reserve for that's required, correct?
That's a PFA requirement.
And that'll go up when we do the 43 project.
And
They'll require more money to be held in that account.
and the same with the sewer utility because of that? Okay.
Yes. Trade-off is you get the lower rate.
So you mean, we do the upgrade the utilities and then they raise the amount?
The more that you have in the bond, the more they're gonna require you to hold encumbered. They wanna make sure that you can make their bond payment.
And the electric utility fund is really at the 640 or whatever, $640,000 plus the 80,000 has to be held in reserve again in that for that work.
For
Yep.
that bond issue, yeah.
But we do put somewhat over $30,000 a month into the electric utility fund, correct?
And, yeah. like
Each
in
month
profit.
from our profit
Roughly,
or
yeah.
our operating profit. Not necessarily clear, but at least, okay. And the airport went up 9,000 for what reason?
A grant, the final grant repayment came in. The federal grants always hold back like the last 10% until they get a final report.
On the hangar
For the
project?
hangar probably?
Okay.
And there's still a little bit more
Should be,
receivable there too.
should be
But-
something with the beacon and some of that, I believe, isn't there?
And that's, yeah, they're probably still holding the 10% on that one too, although that one's been done for a while, but
I thought they paid the full amount. The beacon and the wind socket. That might be the stormwater.
Yeah, it could be that.
That's probably one that's still out there, bigger dollar amount.
but we do have some money coming in from them yet.
That's stormwater you're saying, is that catch basin that they have below the hangars?
Well, I guess my point is, and the reason why I said what I said last meeting when I asked, and really stated my trust that staff, could do this, could achieve a 5% reduction from 2013. Because I think our fund balances really are quite healthy. They're not extravagant, but I think they're prudent.
What's the liquor fund?
Well, we need to address that, and I think
How deep is that?
I think there's a plan
Kathy?
for that.
Last year was 162, and then whatever the minus is on this one,
There's 6.
another 6, and plus the December bill, so maybe
I'm more concerned about the general fund balance than I am any of the other ones. That's the number that needs to be raised. There's just very little.
And we were able to increase it this last year with no with no increase.
Because we underspent.
And that's great, I mean, that's what I mean, the staff is doing a good job.
Thank you.
And it's, you know, it doesn't go, I don't think it goes unrecognized, and it just, and there are some positive things happening within the city, which is, you know, which has been able to be accomplished without so much excess. And I guess if we can do this, if we can set this, and I'm not saying that it needs to be, that we need to be budgeting by the axe every year, but we're, you know, if there's any possible way to save the taxpayers' money, then I think that's the duty of the council, is to look at that and try to achieve it. And of course, we can't necessarily affect the day-to-day operations. We have to trust our staff. And I think we do. And it, you know, besides misinterpreting what I say, or what any of us say at this table, you know, I think we are trying as a team to do the best possible job that we can. And that's what we're supposed to be doing. So, I guess that would be my justification, because I feel that the $37,000, I think that's doable. I think they've shown it. I don't necessarily agree with the areas that you've chosen to identify, but that's okay. You know, I wasn't given that task. And so, you know, if I would have done it, it would have looked a little differently. I think you understand that. You and I have had those conversations.
Yeah, it would look differently if I was the one making all the decisions, but I'm not. I involve the whole team.
Mm-hmm.
The cheapest way to save $25,000 in this budget is to not open the pool. We lose $25,000 plus a year just by opening that pool.
And
So that was my number one, but that didn't
that's a
survive.
hard one. Yep,
Absolutely.
that's a hard one.
These are all hard.